I debated a little bit about what to do with this photo. Part of me didn't want to use it at all because it almost seems like cheating. This is almost exactly the same as last week's photo. The last photo I did for 2022 looks very similar to the first photo I'm putting up for 2023. And I don't know, like, is that cheating? Is that fair? Does that really show growth as a photographer if I'm using two identical photos, more or less? Like, I'm not really sure. But here's why I'm using it anyway. First of all, I like it. I think it's a cool photo. This is a macro photo taken with my usual macro setup, my D750, my almost at 70-200, my 105 millimeter macro lens. I shot this at f11. I used a 4-second exposure. And this like moon, I guess, that you're looking at, this crescent moon, it's some sort of Christmas tree ornament. I don't even know where we got it. It's about an inch tall. So it's a really small subject taken really close. I don't even know if you can have a sense of scale here. So when you look at this, you don't even think like, oh, that's obviously a tiny Christmas ornament. Maybe you see the ribbon connecting it and you think, well, if that's a normal size ribbon, that must be a pretty close up view of the ribbon. So I don't know, like a lot of this is kind of abstract, and I'm not a huge fan of that when it comes to macro photography. I like some sort of indicator of size, something that helps you understand what you're looking at and how small it really is. And maybe I'll feel differently over the years. Like maybe I'll take more abstract photos where it has nothing to do with size. It's just more about a composition. But here's why I'm putting this up. Something happened when I was editing this photo and looking at this photo that I don't think I've ever had happen before. I normally edit my photos on my iMac, my 27-inch iMac, and that's what I did here. I pulled this up in Lightroom and just tweaked the colors just a little bit. And I noticed that the top of the ornament is like slightly out of focus, and I wish I would have had a slightly wider depth of field to get that in focus, but I mean, it is what it is. And I thought, this photo's okay. It's not bad. I like the lighting in the background, the lights reflecting off of an ornament. Like, it's not bad. It's fine. And I sent it to my brother Phil, and I showed him. He's been getting into macro photography. He's always been into macro photography, but he recently got a macro lens. And so I sent this to him, and I was like, Phil, check this out. And I noticed something when I saw this show up on my phone, because I texted it to him from my computer, using the app called Signal, and then I saw Signal on my phone, and it was a much smaller picture. And this is where something happened that I don't think has ever happened. I noticed something completely different when I saw it on a small screen. Normally, I like looking at my photos on a large screen because I think you lose a lot when you look at it on a small screen. But here, I was like, wait a second, this is a different photo on a small screen. And here's what's different about it. It looks like a planetary abstract art. You've got a moon in the front, and in the back it looks like there's a planet, like a Jupiter style planet with or a Saturn style planet with a ring around it. It looks really cool, and it looks like this isn't a Christmas tree photo. It looks like this is some sort of abstract art having to do with planets in outer space, and that was really cool. I never expected that, and I think that's what really stuck out to me with this was like, I unintentionally created something that I'm really proud of, that I think overall this is a really neat photo. And I never intended for it to be more than just a close-up of a Christmas ornament, but turns out it looks like this cool outer space scene if you step back a little bit and make the photo kind of small. And I don't know, I thought that was really neat. So Happy New Year, everyone. Hope your 2023 is off to a great start so far. And maybe this photo, if you take anything from this photo, it's that maybe throughout 2023, you can see things in a different light, in an unexpected way, and find joy in the small things and in the large things in ways that you didn't expect before.